The night session, the day number 2, is about to begin in a few short minutes right here from Madison Square Garden alongside my guys Tommy Godin, the Villanova lead writer for Road to the Garden, and also head of content for Road to the Garden, Matt St. Jean, Joey Jarzynka on hand with you. Instant reaction segment number 42 is underway here from MSG. Guys, let's get things started. Of course, the first game, DePaul Xavier. Matt, we saw yesterday DePaul at the last second take down Seton Hall, and no one really gave DePaul a chance.
No, and we should have, because I know this team may have lost 12 straight coming into the game, but I think they played better at points. They got really unlucky during that stretch, and as I think it was Umoja Gibson or Jalen Terry said after the game, they kind of got the monkey off their back and felt like they finally broke through like they wanted to. You could tell the relief on their faces after the game. It was a huge win for DePaul regardless of what happened in this one tonight. But you get a sense that they might be playing with house money a bit here and playing with more freedom than we've seen at any point down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And of course, Tommy, you look at everything else with Xavier, and you say to yourself, Sean Miller, brand new coach. The news about Zach Fremantle as well. He's out for the season. All the pressure's now on Sule Boom, Jack Nungy. The list goes on.
Yeah, for sure. And I've been pushing this all week, but the Zach Fremantle injury, as much as they miss him on the offensive end, is almost addition by subtraction on the defensive end. Zach Fremantle is, frankly put, a negative defender. Say what you want about his offensive game. Xavier's defense has been much better since his absence. So I have two themes and motifs for this whole afternoon or night session, if you will. The most dangerous man in the room is one with nothing to lose. And that's about it. I said I had two, but that's the only one.
Yeah, really crazy stuff to see. Of course, DePaul, you've got Umoja Gibson, you've got Nick Ongenda too, Matt. And we spoke yesterday about how Nick Ongenda did not face Seton Hall, and he really was that X factor last night. Do you expect him to be that X factor tonight here against Xavier, or is there someone else that's on your mind?
I think he's always an X factor when you have a guy who can block shots like he does for a Xavier team that moves the ball as well as they do on offense. Having a rim protector helps. I think he is going to be huge in this one. The X factor, though, I think has to be Jerome Hunter. He's the next man up for Xavier, and if he can give even just some of the offense that Zach Fremantle does, Xavier should be able to roll through this one. If he struggles and Xavier struggles on the offensive end, DePaul's going to be able to hang around and have a shot to make something happen here.
Tommy, what's the matchup that you see here that you really like against this DePaul team?
I really like the guards here. I think Umoja Gibson and Sule Boom are two magical guards on the offensive end, extremely talented. Those two going at each other is going to be something fun to watch all night.
Well, let's get the predictions here from the Road to the Garden, guys. I'm going to start with you, Tommy. We've got Xavier. We've got DePaul. Who do you like?
I like Xavier, just too talented.
I said earlier today I think we're going to get an upset of either Xavier or Marquette today. Marquette didn't happen, so I'll stick to my word. I'm going to take DePaul to get to Friday. You know what? It's Big East tournament. Let's get some magic happening.
Okay, well, let's just start partying here inside Madison Square Garden. But, of course, the second game, the nightcap, Creighton, Villanova, the one that a lot of folks have really been talking about ever since Villanova absolutely wiped the floor clean with now no longer Patrick Ewing's Georgetown Hoyas. We'll get to that later on, but the Georgetown Hoyas. Yesterday, it was all Villanova. It was Justin Moore. It was Cam Whitmore. And I'm going to start with you, Tommy, because you cover Villanova like it's no tomorrow. Talk about what you see here against this Creighton team with Villanova.
Yeah, Kyle Neptune alluded to it in his post-game presser. You can take whatever happened in the regular season and just throw it out the window. It's a completely different beast in here in the Big East tournament. Greg McDermott, outstanding coach. Villanova had success against Creighton the last time they matched up. Eric Dixon coming out behind the arc really caused matchup issues with Ryan Kalkbrenner. I don't expect that to be there tonight, but it's going to be a good one.
Matt, when you look on the other side, though, Ryan Kalkbrenner named Defensive Player of the Year again. You think to yourself, it's continuous with this team. Kalkbrenner was out for a whole bunch of games. I think it was like 5 or 6 games. Creighton pretty much goes with him, and they fell in those. I think in most of those games, or 5 of the 6 of those games, whatever it was, where they were then not ranked. There were thoughts that maybe they might play themselves out of the tournament. Now he's back. You've got a whole bunch of players: Ryan Emhart, Arthur Kaluma, Baylor Shireman as well. The list goes on with this team. What do you like from the Creighton side?
Well, I want to take a step back for a second here and go back to last year, because the end of the regular season last year, you saw a Creighton team go up to Providence, get blown out in that one. Defensive Player of the Year last year, Ryan Kalkbrenner, had issues in that game. Those two teams met on Thursday of the Big East tournament, or it was Friday of the Big East tournament then, and Ryan Kalkbrenner showed why he was Defensive Player of the Year in that one. I expect we're probably going to see something similar here in what is also a matchup of last year's Big East championship game right on this floor. I think you're going to see a highly motivated Creighton team come out, and they probably have the best 5 starters in the Big East when they go out there. And if those 5 guys can get it done, if Ryan Kalkbrenner can be that Defensive Player of the Year, and Creighton can play the way they've played for most of the season, I expect to see them come away with a win.
Something else too, Matt, I know that's kind of like a superlative, if you will, but something that you and I were talking about just in the media room too is that when was the last time Villanova wore a road jersey?
Here we go.
Big East tournament play. Listen,
I have the answer.
I was going to say, let's hear it.
Yeah, March 14th, 2013 against Louisville.
Oh, wow.
It's been that long. It's been the home game in every Big East tournament game they've played in since then.
Tommy, does it sting to hear that?
Not really. I mean, Matt, the stats guy, he knows everything. This is what he does. 1, 2 in the morning, he'll text me, "Did you know?" But
yeah.
Well, listen, he is the only one that has a full Excel spreadsheet of the record of jerseys.
Color coordinated and all.
Exactly.
Yeah, Villanova coming out in the light blues tonight. They're 2-3 in those uniforms this year.
And Creighton coming out. And Creighton, what are they wearing tonight?
I haven't seen.
Okay.
Creighton's the home team. I assume they're wearing white. They wore white for almost every home game this year. So,
well, that has come. We've come to the conclusion of our instant reaction. But before we go, let's get our predictions here. Tommy, we'll start with you. Villanova, Creighton. Who do you got?
All week I've been saying Creighton. Villanova blowout last night. The only one player played more than 28 minutes. That was freshman Mark Armstrong. The Wildcats got much needed rest in that one. Why not the Cats?
Okay.
And I've got Creighton in this one. I got them winning this whole thing. That's my prediction here. I like what they can do. I like the coaching matchup for Greg McDermott. And I think this is a Creighton team that's going to want revenge for what happened in the championship game last year. I expect them to be highly motivated by the last 2 losses they've suffered against Villanova, and they're going to use that and come out and have a good game.
DePaul Xavier, Villanova Creighton coming up next right here from Madison Square Garden.